Superheroes. Why do you love them so much? Name a few first. Spider-Man, Superman, Batman, and so many more. So why do you love them so much? Why is the product so big? Superheroes are made to save the world. In simplest terms, they're made to stop the villain and to help their own country or town become proficient and better. So who's today's villain? And more importantly, who's today's superhero? In the government, we have been facing a major villain, ISIS, or also known as Islamic State. And the question is, who can actually stop ISIS? Or who can be the superheroes that can stop this villain? Let me begin first by saying the three nations or countries that I believe can stop ISIS. Number one, United States of America. Number two, Turkey. And number three, the Kurdish. But beginning first, why should we stop ISIS? If you have looked into ISIS on random websites or recent pages, you believe that you've clicked on a page from history with barbarians from 1,000,000 years ago. Certainly can't be happening in our country, right? Certainly can't be happening to this day, right? Sadly, that is wrong. ISIS has started about less than a year ago and has terrorized many countries in ways to find what it finds beneficial and spreading their word and their religion to the entire Syria and now to the entire world. It has gained power by simply rising to the top with sadistic and sabotaging many single people's lives and families. So ISIS really needs to be stopped for many single reasons that we all can realize. Harm to the United States of America, harm to Syria, harm to the world, and harm to people that they call their own. It has been many beheadings and assaults that define them to be that even Al-Qaeda has disowned them, cutting off any ties, saying that it was not related to them in any way, shape, or form. They have stepped up against them, saying that they find them to be too barbaric. Mind me, these are the people who we call to be our terrorists and enemies from day one. So to the point, who can actually stop ISIS? So who are the superheroes that can stop this villain? Beginning with one, Turkey. Turkey may be the only coalition country that can stop ISIS, in many reasons. Turkey has been in this fight with ISIS, against ISIS and in ISIS, in the same way. What? Turkey has been part of this, as ISIS has gained some of its checkpoints and taken over small but parts of its countries. Recently, the Turkish government has found a black flag symbolizing ISIS in their own checkpoint, giving them fear and desperation that Turkey is only a few stops away from entering their country. The Turkish government has agreed to stop against this devilish idea by even letting foreign militaries enter their own Turkish bases to help stop them. And their own president is believing to get ready into this topic and to cut off all oil ties with ISIS. Now, how can oil ties stop this process? ISIS is not really a government, but it's also a parasite. It feeds off of other subdivisions, oil trades that they have stopped, they have poor farmers, stolen, and not technically or legally gained any of its money to regular organizations. It has been through most of it, 95% of their money has been through stealing and creating under others' own to gain what they think is right. So, to stop a parasite, you need to isolate its food source. In this situation, the oil trade. If Turkey is able to stop the oil trade that is going between them and ISIS is left to fend for itself. When a parasite is left alone, the parasite becomes desperate. And finally, the others can attack. Turkey is also a very high-standing country in diplomatic resources, especially with, coming to number two, the United States of America. Turkey and the United States of America hold a very straight and clear diplomatic policy. They have been together in the Mediterranean, Korea, Central Asia, and importantly, the Cold War, holding missiles for each other and so for the United States to feel safe and secure. So Turkey and the United States are very clearly bonded. And President Barack Obama, has stated that Turkey is willful. powerful, and strong nation when they decide to use it, and when they actually use their own power that they have obtained. So what else can the United States of America do? As you know, we have two major ideas. We have very good diplomatic powers and very good military powers. But by military, we do not mean sending soldiers to stop ISIS. For example, bringing back in history of the Vietnam War, we sent soldiers in desperation to keep democracy everywhere, and that caused a riot in the United States of America because we don't believe to send soldiers and harm our own loving people for helping other countries. So how can the United States of America use their own military power but still not let any soldiers' feet touch the floor? Currently, the United States government is considering the idea of letting airstrikes in efforts to send emergency food packages and safety packages to the country and the needs of the people who are running away in fear from the Islamic State. ISIS has also currently attacked us through cyber attacks and many other attacks that have been forced towards us, even beheadings of our own people and journalists. So we do have a right to attack, just not with soldiers on our feet, but using the Air Force that we have and has named us to be deemed mighty and strong. My third and final person, the Kurds. Very simply, the Kurds have been allowed and have clearly said that they are ready to stand up against ISIS. These small pickets and small riots, they have shown that they are ready to give whatever they want to get ISIS out of their own country. So why can't the Kurds stop themselves? The Kurdish have been deprived of all their military supplies, are left with nothing to go against what they find ISIS to be terrible. The Kurds are asking and begging for people to give them military supplies, and they've agreed to fight against everybody to help them. They've agreed to fight against ISIS to help the nation. So why won't we give them their military supplies? Many countries, including the United States of America, fear that the Kurds will turn on them and it'll become a national genocide if too many military arms are deployed and given to them. But the Kurds have never said that they ever would, and there's no factual evidence that they actually will follow this. So, how can these superheroes finally kill the villain? America, Turkey, and Kurds. And with their own superheroes' powers or strengths, they can finally deem this villain known as ISIS and put them to rest. Thank you.
Okay, that was 7 minutes, 48 seconds.